What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Clay with LSU Sports Fanatic, and today we're going to get into a video of the what could be 2021 LSU college football team. So, to start off this video, we got a list of names, list of 3, 1 already signed, and 2 possible recruits that could come into Baton Rouge and help out right off the jump. I'm talking about 5-star recruits, talking about Caleb Williams out of Gonzaga College High School team in Maryland, and Emeka Egbuka, who is out of Steilacoom High School, which is just up the street from me here in DuPont, Washington. So let's get into it. What is it going to take to have LSU bring these guys into Baton Rouge? Both of these guys, I think Joe Brady had a real big impact on these guys just coming and considering LSU. Not that LSU doesn't bring in top recruits. It's just that before Joe Brady and before Steve Ensminger brought in our new offense that we have, we weren't really getting a lot of skilled position players besides for the running back position. You talk about this last year's recruiting class we had, Tariq Gilbert. When's the last time LSU had a 5-star guy come in at the tight end position? When's the last time there was that high of a recruit in the history of college football at the tight end position? So, with Scott Linehan coming in, I think that he's going to have to do a good job of showing these guys that even with Joe Brady gone, it was Steve Ensminger that was really running the offense. Joe Brady, I think he brought in a lot of the Saints terminology and a lot of their plays. But at the end of the day, Steve Ensminger was still the one that was sitting up in the booth calling the plays for the offense. So I think LSU has a good chance of repeating what they did this last year in the years up to come, as long as Steve Ensminger is still in the booth calling our plays. He doesn't get as much credit as he should for what Joe Burrow and the whole offense was doing back last year in our championship run. I don't understand why. Everybody wants to give the praise to Joe Brady, which, don't get me wrong, he did come in and he got our offense going. But Steve Ensminger was still the one that was calling the plays and calling the shots for LSU. Kudos to Ed Orgeron, who gave him the reins and told him, here, you do what you want with this offense and make us good. Make us a top-tier offensive team. When we had Les Miles, he was always run, run, run. But now with Ed Orgeron, we're actually going out. We're recruiting other skill positions besides the running back position, which I love. And we're actually showing love to these other positions, quarterback, wide receiver, stuff like that. So let's get into it. Caleb Williams, 6'2", just got out of his junior year, about to go into his senior year. 209 pounds, pretty lean though, so he looks like 190. It moves around like he's 192. This man, dual threat, number one dual threat quarterback in the country. So you know what he could do with his feet. This man eats. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Go watch his stats if you haven't got a chance, or his highlights. 2,931 passing yards, 26 touchdowns passing. It's just 6 interceptions. So good touchdown to turnover ratio. He's not turning the ball over an awful lot. Also, I didn't even write down his rushing touchdowns, which he had, I think, 18. You can stat check me on that if you guys want. But what can I say? When's the last time LSU had a guy that was a 5-star quarterback that was considering them? He recently just cut his list down to 5 teams too. LSU, Oklahoma, Clemson, Maryland, and Penn State. Maryland, unless his family really wants him to stay in state, I don't really see him going to Maryland. It's not really going to get to do much there. Mike Leach, he has done a good job. Not Mike Leach, Mike Loxley. He has done a good job of bringing in talent. LSU, we just lost a 5-star wide receiver to them just past year. So maybe they're on the upside, but I don't see a kid like this that wants to go to the next level and constantly have to, I don't want to say work, because that's what these kids do. These kids work their whole life just to get to this point. But, once you get to this level, you want to succeed. He's a winner. He has been, even in high school, he's a winner. So I don't think Maryland is really a spot for him to go unless it's just in state and he wants to stay around family. Clemson, can't see him want to stay there with DJ there. Penn State, maybe. I think he has a upcoming visit that was supposed to happen, but due to the lockdown and the pandemic right now, I don't really know what's going to happen with the recruiting world. Until April 15th, everything is on lockdown. So we'll see what happens. He was supposed to go to the spring game at Oklahoma, which is a good thing for us LSU fans, because I think Oklahoma, it honestly, in my opinion, it comes down to LSU and Oklahoma and which team can show him the best for his progression to the NFL. If he comes to LSU, he has the opportunity to win now and win championships now, if we continue with the path that we have been with Coach O. Oklahoma, everybody knows what they've done in the past couple years with their quarterbacks. 3 different quarterbacks, 3 different finalists in the Heisman Trophy running. If it wasn't for Joe Burrow, I think Jalen Hurts would probably have been the 3rd quarterback out of Oklahoma 3 years in a row to win the Heisman. But, you know, Joe Burrow had something different to say. So if we can get him in, we're off to a great start with our recruiting. Second is Emeka Egbuka, which I talked about just a couple minutes up the road from me here in DuPont, Washington. Steilacoom High School, 5-star recruit, 6'1", 190 pounds, had 83 catches last year in his junior year, 1,600 receiving yards, 25 receiving touchdowns, but 35 total touchdowns. So this guy was playing both sides of the ball, and he was doing kick returns. So, I mean, this guy is electric. Great hands, good body. I mean, he's already got a college body in high school his junior year. So, I want to see what he could do once he gets in LSU's program, strength and conditioning, once he gets in touch with those guys. Because this guy is a monster. I'm telling you, he had 4.4, 4.3 speed. It was a high 4.3s, low 4.4 speed. So this kid's young. I mean, it's down to, I think, LSU, Clemson, and Ohio State for this guy. Washington, here in Washington, I think maybe, like I said with Caleb Williams, the in-state option to play in front of your family and friends. But this guy also said that he wants to go to the place that will prepare him the best for the next level in the NFL. And I think out of the teams that are recruiting him, LSU, Ohio State, and Clemson have the best chance of developing him like he wants for the next level. I mean, hopefully I can go out and catch a game if they lift the lockdown when the high school season starts, because this guy, he's the real deal. Let me know down in the comments below if it would be weird to ask him, how's it going with LSU? I mean, I'm not a recruit person. I just like to talk about sports, so maybe it'll come off a little bit weird as me as a fan asking him, hey, what's going on with LSU? But, I mean, if not, I'll let you guys know. No, actually, I wouldn't let you guys know. I wouldn't put his stuff out there. But I'm hoping LSU can get this guy in here because he's a monster. Reminds me a lot, honestly, of Jamar Chase, just with the body build and then the strong hands and then the strong body. So if he can come in and step in right when Jamar Chase is leaving, I mean, him and Kayshon Boutte, that would be epic. Going on to Dakota Mitchell, who is a 3-star guy who actually just signed with us. Played out of Winter Park, Florida, actually close to where I grew up. I grew up in Orlando, Florida, so nice Florida boy. I know how they work. We work hard. We play hard. So LSU has a good guy coming in with Dakota Mitchell. 3-star guy right now, but I think once the final rankings come out for the 2021 season, I think you guys will see a big jump in the rankings for him. Maybe 4-star, possibly even a 5-star he could jump up to. So I'm just hoping that LSU's 2021 season is looking bright if we can get these guys in. I mean, Ed Orgeron has been recruiting nonstop since he came to LSU and took over as head coach for Les Miles. I just hope he can keep up the good work and we can bring in some of these top recruits so people will know that this dynasty that Ed Orgeron is creating is for real. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Hopefully in the next video we have some positive news on these guys. So until